Who's out there? Hey, Sugar. Hey, Ramrose. How you doing, baby? Oh, do you like it? Do you like it? Yes, honey. It's on lock. Let me make sure we don't lose our connections. Come on now. Come through, hotspot. Hey, Rowdy. How are you, honey? What, sleep? All right, girl. Do you want to still be beautiful at my age? You better get you some rest and drink lots of water. Long as you got inner beauty, though, it's gonna always show. Oh, let's see here. I gotta make sure I got my power on here, because I got a couple of 2-3 things I want to talk about, and I gotta make sure I got my power. Reconnecting. Hey, LaShawn, how you doing, baby? I'm glad to see you. How is it in the Chi-Town? Do you have the yellow haze yet? We have yellow haze everywhere here in Georgia. Of course, you know, this is the South, and we do have quite a bit of pine trees and stuff like that. So we keep a lot of the yellow haze for a long time. Yellow, and then it goes kind of greenish. All of that. What y'all doing up there in the Chi-Town? Y'all still got snow? What's going on with y'all? Listen, I came on here real quick because I wanted to talk a little bit about T.S. Madison and some things that's going on. It's been in my spirit for about a week or so now. We've talked about it. We've seen all the scuttlebutt. Most of us have seen all the videos. Hey! Hey, B-So. How you doing, baby? And I'm out here at the park, Lenora Church Park. And that's not Lenora Church. This is Yellow River Park. I love being out here. No Ramblers are in the Sweet 16. Anyway, I had a couple of things I wanted to talk about. And hey, Janice, how are you? And I don't have a lot of time on my video, and I was desperate to get out the house. Like, get out the house. 37 degrees. Oh, honey, you don't have to live like that. You need to come to Georgia. You ain't got to suffer like that. We got some nice restaurants down here, too. I know y'all got some good restaurants in Chicago, but you ain't got to suffer like that. 37 degrees. It's not right. It's not right. I'm all right. I'm doing good. I don't have no complaints. I really don't. I was feeling the type of way yesterday, but oh, in Riverdale. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I love you too, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for the super chat. You know y'all ain't got to do that. I appreciate you, every last one of y'all. I really do. I appreciate you, and it makes me feel like you appreciate me too. But you know, there ain't nothing you gotta do. I just want to put that out there. But anyway, is jacket weather in North Carolina? Yeah, but that's because of that nor'easter that blew through. Oh yeah, it's beautiful here. It's a light dusting of yellow. But it's beautiful. I mean, the cherry blossoms are out. The dogwoods are blooming, like all the peach trees. My dad had several peach trees. They have all bloomed. Like, oh, Florence, South Carolina. I like Florence, South Carolina. Hey, Kimberly. How are you, honey? But anyway, I wanted to get on here, and I was feeling some type of way. You guys, most of you guys know that I am Team Maddie. I love T.S. Madison, and I'm a straight black female. For those of you who didn't know, like you couldn't tell, but yeah. Hey Hermie, how are you, boo? Yeah, that pollen get all up under your contacts and everything. But you know what? I wouldn't live anywhere else. I lived in Florida for a little while. It was okay. You sure do need to come get you some pizza. Yeah. Afro American Wakanda forever. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole TS medicine situation. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of time on my recorder, and I knew that I was going to be speaking from my spirit, and I said, let me see if I can do a live and see what happened from the park. That cold gives you an excuse to cuddle. Y'all make a lot of babies up there. My mom used to say, get along with whoever you live with, because cold to get thrown out in the you won't get thrown out in the cold. Hey Dana, how are you, baby? But I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole TS Madison situation because I just wanted to get it out. I wanted it to be said. Now, a lot of you guys who have followed me for a while, you know I did a Queen's Court reaction video when everything happened on March 5th. And that seemed like it was so long ago. It's because we've had so much minutia piled on top of that one incident. But I did a second video that was, I think it was entitled, Thank God Kaya Walked Off. And it was really just about celebrating Maddie and just speaking my mind on the situation. And I stand by that video. I've never made a video regarding the two of them since then. I just felt like that video said it all. And I've since then seen quite a few people put videos out there kind of reiterating what I was saying. You know, of course, not that they said, okay, go see Miss Honey's video and she's gonna tell, you know, it wasn't like that, but they've said some similar things. And then I've heard some videos out there where people were clearly upset with the fact that I made that video and they was kind of poo-pooing it. Then I've seen people, you know, backpedal and come back around and act like that was their stance all along. And we know that it wasn't. But one of the reasons why I never made another video is because I said what I said. Okay, I said what I said. I stand by that. If I'm wrong, I have yet to be proven wrong. But if I'm wrong, I admit that I'm wrong. I stand by the fact that Kaya is darkness and Maddie is light. Now we have this new entity that has been thrown in. And this new entity is hell-bent on making Maddie, demonizing Maddie. And it's bothering me. It's bothering me because... happy Sunday, Letitia. Maddie will be great. That's right. Facts. It's bothering me because, you know, we see this a lot in our own lives, on our own jobs, in our own homes. You know, some of us at school, all of that. We see some of these same things where people see a greatness in you and they hate it. People see a light in you and they despise it. They'll do whatever they can, okay, to take the shine off of you, to try to take a little bit of your shine away. But that's the thing about the sun, okay? It's so hot. It's so bright. You can't even really get near it good. You know what I'm saying? And hey Diana C. Diane C. Yeah, so I really have a problem with people who don't see no light in Maddie. I have a problem with that. I have a even bigger problem when people who are a part of the LGBTQ community don't see no light in Maddie. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, to me, if you're a part of the community and you don't see the impact that she is having on not just the community itself, but if you don't see the impact that she's having with heterosexual black females, how she is sort of bridging that gap between our traditional thinking. Okay, and I have another video out there that just talks about Maddie and how I feel some type of way about it, and it just reconciles my own feelings as a heterosexual woman when it comes to Maddie. But if you look at all of her interviews, even her Hollywood Unlocked interview, that was such a good interview. It is raw. It is XXX in some parts. But if you go back and look at that video, every question that was thrown out at her, she answered those questions with intelligence, with integrity, and with honesty. She really, really did. It wasn't like she was trying to skate around it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. This is her life. She's lived it. These are questions she's asked herself. These are conversations she has had before. She's just not out here shucking and jiving for a dime. This girl has embraced who she is. Okay, the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, as we all must do, because we all got good and bad and ugly in each and every one of us. But if you see how she answers these questions, she's not offended. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, black women, all the It's none of that. It's none of that. All she can do is answer from her perspective. Okay, and from her perspective, she don't want no trouble. She don't want to be no bother. She don't want to be no harm. She want to grab that bag and entertain the people. And if you are watching someone on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and they don't have not one kind thing to say about Maddie, to me that says a lot about them. First of all, it's very difficult to look at Maddie and not see some part of yourself. For some of us who are straight females, you see a beautiful female. Plus size girls, you see a beautiful plus size girl. Okay? For some people, maybe if you a gay man, maybe you see Maddie living out loud what you're living secretly in your own heart. Maybe you mad at her for that. Okay? Okay, whole agree, what is that? Whole ogre, what is that? Are you friend or foe? Are you friend or foe? What's your story? HOLOGRE. Whole agree. 1, 2, 3. You're friends. Okay. All right. Let's make sure our actions match our words. Okay. So anywho, hey B Mac, how are you? Do you? I did it myself. You know, I taught myself how to do cornrows last night. And I practice. They're not perfect, but I'm happy. I'm happy. I really, really am. I think I might have a couple of issues when I go to pin it up in the bag, but I work through all that. Anyway, thank you so much. That makes me feel good. I worked hard on it. But yeah, for a lot of gay males, you see something about her that makes you maybe a little bit jealous-hearted. Maybe you're a little bit jealous-hearted because you have boxed yourself in for whatever reason to living your life as you do now. And maybe you feel like, gosh, why couldn't I have done that? Why couldn't I have embraced who I was like that deep down inside? When you see Maddie, you see some part of yourself in her. You taught yourself last night and you oh, thank you. It's good. Becky Stewart, how are you, baby? My day is going good. I'm happy. The devil tried to steal my joy yesterday. No. What you can't do is have my joy, devil. Yeah, so it really kind of breaks my heart to see people, especially within, why are black people always cooler than white people? Oh. Well, honey, have you been to Wakanda? Because that'll answer all of your questions. It really will. Go to Wakanda and come back and see us. Yes, the devil is always busy. But, you know, you can see some part of Maddie in yourself. Even if it's even if it's a character thing, because to me, I'm with you, just disappointed that everyone inserted themselves into this argument. Hey, Vabe, how are you, baby? You know, she really loved Kaya. She really thought that they were going to be able to make a go of it, and she put her 110% into that. And for it to be spat upon and tore apart, it says a lot about her character that she still refuses to say an unkind word about that girl, that she still defends her. Okay, after that last live that she did. And that's another thing that disappointed me, was some people, you know, and listen, I get it, chase the bag, get the coin, do everything you got to do, but we must always have a bar in our lives. We must always have a bar that is set that we will not go below. If you don't have that bar, I promise you, you will do anything with anybody for any amount of money, and you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't. You want to have fun. You want to embrace this life, but you don't want to be somebody that's liable to do anything. Okay, so a lot of people just take Kaya's gag order videos and Maddie's videos, and then they replay them in their own video, and that's supposed to be the video. Like, that's supposed to be your upload. You just, you know what I'm saying? Propagating, I think that's the word, or passing on the poison. That's all you doing. You passing on the poison. You know, you just giving it out to your, I mean, to each his own. To each his own. But I just wanted to come on here and just say that, because for me, it was important and it needed to be said. If you can't find no good in Maddie, no good in the way she has handled herself, no good in the way she has behaved, if you can't find no good in them promo videos that she put out, which are done in excellence, okay, in decency and in order, okay, you blind out one eye and you can't see out the other. You deaf in one ear and you can't hear out the other. And wait for it, you're a hater. You're a hater. From the Himalaya. Oh, let me see what I had. The devil's always busy. He's a demon's doing stuff for him. Don't say anything that spoils Black Panther, please, guys. No. Nothing can spoil Black Panther, baby. Not even the colonizers. Yes. Anyway, yeah, you know, she tried to listen. If I'm doing something and I say, hey, beautiful soul, come go with me, they giving away free boob jobs. They say if you bring a friend, you get one too. Okay, and beautiful soul said, okay, I'll go with you. I'm trying to put you on. I'm not trying to say, okay, let me go and get my boob job and then parade my boob jobs in front of everybody and then act like, oh, these boobs grew right out of my chest. No, I take a friend with me. I put my friend on too. It's no harm can be done with that. Don't be mad because you ain't doing with your boobs what I'm doing with my boobs. Don't be mad at me for that. Don't hate on me for that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But, you know, she tried to put her on. But see, when you darkness, you hate the light. You hate the light because light sends you into the shadows. Okay? Light sends you into the shadows. When I looked at her just sitting there and trying to gag on Maddie, and I didn't watch the live, I just saw a replay on somebody else's upload of it, and the way she was talking, and I said, she's lost all of the fizz. She has no fizz whatsoever. I mean, she's just as flat can be. Okay, it's nothing sparkly, it's nothing great about you anymore because you don't have a combination. You know what I mean? Like you need the mix of the two to make the combustion, and she ain't got it. She ain't got it. And it's unfortunate that she did it in such a way where she'll never have it again. But at the end of the day, it's nobody to blame but herself. That's it. I'm finding myself watching Married to Medicine season 1. Hey, Matthew. Hi, honey. Are you feeling better? What's going on with your cough? What's happening with that? Listen, that's a whole nother situation. But listen, you know you darkness when you cause the lights to go out and everything around it starts scurrying out. Oh, the light is gone. The light's not gone. The light is working. The light is grabbing the bag, but the light will be back. And then you rats and roaches and all those things that scurry about, you'll be cast back into the shadows. And that's just the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate her because she's great. Let me see here. I'm finding it's good, right? It's so much better than Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's so much more authentic. Now, you're watching season 1. So that was when Mariah was on there real heavy. Just bringing on up to season 5. You're going to enjoy the whole series. Now, let me see how you feel about it at the end, Matthew. What is Beautiful Soul laughing at? Majority of the haters are simply homophobic. I love Maddie's boob twerk. Me too. It brings me a lot of joy. It's starting to look like a miniseries, I know. But you know what? We're so distracted. Like, the Queen's Court is so over. It's so over. The greater issue is, you know, how is everybody moving forward? If we're constantly trying to move forward by stepping 2 steps back every time we make one of these ridiculous homophobic ass or transphobic ass videos, you think you're moving ahead, but you're not. You're staying in the same old messy, stinky place. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better. Now, did you try any of our remedies, or you just did like most men do and just wait for it to get better? Weather changes, fix that. Good. I'm glad you're feeling better. That's the most important thing. And to listen to your body now. Don't let yourself get in a pickle, okay? Because you're just trying to move forward in life and not paying attention. Don't do that. Garlic. Yeah, a little garlic, little salt on top of that garlic, and suck it. It'll kill that cough. You didn't have any vitamin C. You see, this is Wakanda. This is family. We remind you of what you forgot. Yeah, you remind us. We take care of each other. Yes. Part 2 of that reunion is good. And a lot of people were doubting all 3 parts of the reunion. They were like, oh, we've never had a 3-part reunion where it was just outstanding, great. But I'm telling you, this show has enough substance where all 3 parts of this reunion is going to be Wakanda. Okay? When all the ladies gathered around Simone, I said, you know what? These ladies have a genuine friendship. They fall out. They have their issues with each other. But they have a genuine relationship. They do. They do. I believe that. I believe that. It's not fake. Ooh, Vicks on the feet. Hermie, you done went way back. And then put your socks on. Hermie. Girl, you went all the way back to Big Mama's house and got that remedy. You tell my Big Mama I said, hey, girl. My husband was like, Kim, really? Always use the tussin. Oh, you need tussin for everything. I don't care what it is. Put tussin on it. Who said that? Was it Chris Rock? Who said put tussin on it? Maybe that was Cedric the Entertainer. I forget. But you guys, I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to come on. I felt like I wanted to get it out. Chris Rock. Put some tussin on it. That's all you got to do. Put some tussin on it. Oh, coughing and sneezing is your body's way of expelling, of trying to get rid of that which is causing an issue. Or it lets you know, it's kind of like your engine when it starts ticking, that you need some oil. You know, coughing is one of those things. God is really amazing when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? To build this body and put it on autopilot, and it has you know, evolved throughout the many years to be a well-oiled machine until we muck it up. Yeah, if you don't believe God is real, look at your own physical self and you'll know. Yeah, you can't be no fool and make a human. You know, that's why taking lives is not something anybody should take lighthearted, because you can't create another one. Oh, she said, my big mama watched me till I went to kindergarten, made me wise. So yeah. And won't nobody be able to take the big mama out of your spirit. It will always be there. You will hear her when you are 90 years old and you need an answer. You will hear your big mama whisper, baby, get you some Vicks Vapor Rub and put them on your feet and put you some socks on and you'll be fine. Okay? That's why it's not good to talk too much. Because if it's true that God speaks in a small, still voice, you'll never hear him if you talk too much. Maddie has carried herself with professionalism and grace. Big mama is heavy on me heavy. Yes. And a lot of people say, oh, you got an old soul. No, if you're fortunate enough to be raised in an environment with someone who is strong and kind and has a faith, then it imprints you. It imprints you in a way that you wouldn't believe. And I believe that's true about Maddie. I do. I can tell it. Now, you know, she chops it up. She mixes it in. But the girl knows the word and she loves the Lord. Okay? And it shows in her character. It does. It shows in her character. It really, really does. Even when she did like her retort videos to that entity, she didn't go as hard as she could have. She was still very kind, considering. Nothing like a big mama. You know, and Maddie has a good heart. She does. Nothing like a big mama, and there's nothing wrong with being a big mama. You know, I used to feel a certain type of way when people would be like, auntie, because I don't have children, so I never really felt, I really didn't feel like I was aging, like I had aged until I was like 42. When I needed glasses, reading glasses and stuff like that, and my knees started giving me a little bit of problem. Of course, you know, that goes along with being bow-legged. Most bow-legged people have issues with their knees. So it might not necessarily be an age thing. Since you're coming up on 40. Yeah, I guess so. But it used to offend me. But you know what? Now, I don't have any problem speaking to people and talking to people and giving them a good word. My first instinct when someone tells me that they're not feeling well, I want to know the symptoms. How can I help you? Okay, if you tell me you got a situation, you got a problem, what's going on, I'm a fixer, and that comes from it comes from my grandma. My grandma always had a remedy. She always had a remedy. It didn't have to be something that she mixed up. It could have been a solution. It could have been a prayer. It could have been a way to talk to God. My grandmother taught me how to talk to God. And so when I sat in churches and ministers was, you know, would pray and they would be like, Father God, one who sits high and looks low, all of this no, you just talk to God regular. Just regular. God, I need you. God, I need you to show me what to do. I need you to help me find a parking space. I never will forget one time my mama went off. Thank you, Dana. You're so sweet. So are you, honey. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. But my My mama went off on me one time because I was like, Mama, you pray for everything. She was sitting where I was sitting, you know, in the car, and I was back there. And she stopped and pulled, hey, Jay, and pulled that joker over. And she said, nothing is too small for God to handle. And from that minute on, I always, if I had any situation, I always ask God for help. Always. And I honestly, he has never failed me. Even if it wasn't what I wanted to do, he's never failed me. Yeah. Oh, she was 95, but she lived a long life, Kimberly. Yeah, she was tired. Listen, it's a lot of people that's going on home. They sick of this old world. They done all they can do here. They left it all here and they got to move on. You know, and you find somebody who's lived a long, full life like that, you celebrate. You celebrate that transition because they're going to a place that there is no pain. Ah, my. There is no pain, huh? There's no sickness. There's no strife. There's no bills. There's no Trump. Yes, I celebrate your Grammy's life. Yes. And I pray that you have wonderful, beautiful memories, sister, that you can hold on to and that you can pass down through your generations to come. Yeah. Amen. No, you call me whatever you want to call me. You sure can, Ram Rose. Yeah, I don't give it no views. Hermie. I don't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to encourage that. I'm also not trying to get into no tongue wrestling with nobody. I'm not trying to do that. Like I said what I said. And I've seen a lot of videos where people have referred to Maddie as lightness and Kaya as being a dark heart and a dark soul. I'm like, okay. No, I'm not a preacher. I'm not religious either. But you start a church, I'm going. Hey, you don't have to worry about that. But I will, take potlucks and things of that nature. We ain't got to have service to have potluck. No. There's no Trump. Let me head to the upper room. There is no fun. So did you consider a Monica Boots shirt? Oh, they're asking you that. Matthew's asking you that, Ram Rose. He's asking you, did you consider a Monica Boots shirt? She's got a lot of good sayings. I think she could do well in the t-shirt game. I think she could do really, really well. The other thing I was going to say was, I'm just really, really shocked that more people aren't speaking out on Madison's behalf. Not necessarily saying, oh, Madison's right over Kaya, but just speaking up for her character. Like, the girl is doing big things out there. She's initiating a lot of really, really good conversations that we need to have. And what I love about her is that you can ask her. You can say, hey, what do you do with your penis? We never see it. Like, you can't even tell you have a penis. And that girl was cool slick tell you what she do. I mean, I'm saying she's not an individual that you can't approach with conversation. Respectfully. And that goes for all of us. You can ask me anything too, respectfully. But if you come out your mouth sideways, I might have to gather you and show you the door. It crossed my mind. I love working boots. She tried to help Kaya. Had to do something. Did you answer my question? What was your question, baby? What was your question, Becky? I missed it. I'm sorry, honey. You need to start a whole full-on boots line. Whole full-on boots. And for the Spanish, botas. I love Miss Madison. I wish her the very best. Have you seen those graphics? Miss Janice, Now we sharing all this truth. Why would you come in here and this lie and tell that lie about you being 70 this year? Let me tell you something about that melanin. Let me tell you something about that melanin. My gosh, I would have never said that. Never. Not that I wouldn't have said it like I wouldn't have owned up to it, but I would have never, if anyone asked me, I would have been like, I don't know, 40, 31. Wow. So June 13th is your birthday? Oh, I love you too. I see me in you. You see the God in me. The God in you see the God in me. That's all that is. That's all that is. The God in you see the God in me. Okay? That's why I said what I said about Maddie. You don't see no light in her. It probably ain't no light in you. I don't want to step on nobody's toes. So I'm going to leave it right there. No, she don't. Girl, I'm going to tell you something about this melanin. This melanin, yeah, you be slipping and sliding in and out of all kinds of places and won't nobody be the wiser. Yeah. Wow, that is incredible. Oh, Cassandra, what? I'm 47. We're 10 years apart. I hope I look that good at 57, girl. I'm trying every day. I'm trying to cut back on my dairy. It ain't easy. I like my sweet cream in my coffee. Yeah. It's the melanin. God is awesome. I'm sure many have made pro Maddie videos, but you know, the YT algorithm ain't here. I do think that there are a lot of pro Maddie videos out there. I think there are a lot of videos out there talking about the situation and they mention Maddie, but it's kind of weird to me considering how big this girl is doing things, that people aren't really celebrating her, especially in the community. I don't know. I've heard people say that the LGBTQ community is very crabs in a barrel-esque. I've heard people say that. I don't have a perspective because I'm not in that community. And truth be told, I don't get in the middle of their squabbles because I can't argue with another gay person about their gayness because I'm not gay. You know what I'm saying? I can argue right and wrong because I try to be right. You know what I'm saying? I try to stand up for what's right. Not perfect, but what's right. But it just seems to me she should be more celebrated within their community because she really is shining a light on embracing yourself. And that's what they fought for. That's what we fought for. You know what I mean? Just being you, just having, you know, a positive attitude about who you are, reconciling who you are despite what you look like. You know what I mean? Like, she's overcome several, but not just in the LGBT, but being a plus size individual and being confident and beautiful and well, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird to me. Becky says she 20. Okay, Becky. Keep living, baby. You will. Oh, Dana. You're a nurse. Oh, your birthday's coming up, Dana. Happy birthday, honey. I hope I remember. Oh, my girl's coming through. The 40's coming through. Yes. We grew up in a good era. Like, we caught the bus before it went down the hill and around and into the ditch. Some of these young people nowadays, God, dog, y'all will sell y'all soul for some shekels. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go right into town and get y'all mama up for some beans. For some wooden nickels. If I see one more set of TNA out there on the IG, I'm like, yeah, dog. Y'all, listen, a lot of these real hoish young girls making it hard for a decent woman. Because a man will look at a decent woman like, you're a square. You know what I'm saying? You're a square. Like you lame. Like you ain't giving up to the pussy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't down with giving me some stranger head. Like, no sir. No sir. I don't know you or your penis. There's DNA in that there pole. I'm not. Oh, I have not let that one-eyed Wonder Weenie touch me without some testing. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway. There is a hierarchy in the LGBT, but you would think that they would want to I mean, they've accomplished quite a feat. Being able to get married, that's a huge, huge feat. I mean, now is not the time to separate. Now is the time to stick together. That's right. I walked to school. And even though my parents didn't allow people to talk to me any old kind of way, if the teacher said something to me that wasn't right, I couldn't talk back to that teacher in that moment. I had to go home and tell my mama and my daddy handle it. It was never okay to disrespect adults. You let another adult handle that adult. Now you got kids that'll stand right in your face. Stand right in your face. Y'all see the little girl on Iyanla? She ain't just started cussing folks out. She been cussing folks out for a long time. Doreen! Hey, sugar. Listen, what's going on with me, you, and IG? I know we friends. We used to talk in the DMs all the time. Why keep asking me to be your friend? We friends already on IG. What's wrong with it, Duran? What's happening? Did I ask you this already or am I dreaming? I don't know. I can't remember. Everybody know this. Duran got a good job now, y'all. Where you live at, Duran? Is it New York? Where you live at? Duran got a good job. He got a decent disposition. See if we can make us a match. True that. IG is broken. I love IG though. People tell me to send them a DM and they never see it. Yes, it is so. You would think that people would stand up. I'm very shocked at the number of gay men that are not standing up for Maddie. Not that they saying something against her, but you clearly aren't supporting her. You clearly aren't lifting her up. Like, I don't know. To me, it's throwing me off a bit. But I've been black long enough not to be surprised about certain things, especially treachery. But that's why I say don't let a coin, a shekel or two, sell your soul. Don't sell your soul for these few little coins on YouTube. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Because you might find yourself in a position where you have to face the person that you were so ugly and so unkind to. You know, he got a way of doing things. He got a way of slow walking you down, that's for sure. I say the government are making it hard for parents to be parents. Parents making it hard for parents to be parents. You know, black folks make more now than they have ever made. And you spoiling these kids rotten. And you're not teaching them responsibility. Okay? When my niece and nephew were coming up, and they both about to be 30. But my niece and nephew was coming up. If they got new toys, they had to give something old away. You couldn't just collect. Now, movies, books, and stuff like that, that was different. But like toys, you didn't have like 3 or 4 big wheels where you done tow up one. Kids don't even respect stuff nowadays. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They throw it in the trash, in the garbage, and they want you to buy them a new iPhone. No, no, no. What you will do is rake some yards. That's what you will do. You better get out there and join the cooking mafia and upsell them some cookies. Okay, but you don't teach kids, you don't take kids to volunteer. You don't take them to feed the homeless. They don't know what the homeless look like. You don't teach them to share things. You know what I'm saying? It touches my heart when I see kids. I see little stories on IG about how kids want 2 lunches because they got a friend who don't never have lunch. That's a kind-hearted child. You should nurture that. Okay, just like you ought to, little by little, kill away that selfish spirit in your child. You find you got a child that's selfish, don't laugh and think that that shit is cute. It isn't. You in Long Island. Oh, you up there with the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh. I also think DMs are being used especially by women because it presents too many opportunities for the thirsty. All you gotta do is tell people no. All you gotta do is tell people no. Tell people you're not interested. Now I'm gonna tell you who the queen of no, who the queen of hell now is. Beautiful Soul. Beautiful Soul will go ahead and gather you right on up and dust you off of her hands and send you on her way. On your way. She do not play that. A good job, you say. He got a good job. I ain't gonna tell you what kind of job he got, but he got a good job. He go to work every day. He's a decent individual. He really is. It's going down in the DM. Yeah, you have to follow me on IG. I'm Miss Honeeeeyyy. I don't get anything from you on IG. I don't get anything from you except I get a lot of requests. And I always accept the requests, but I'm like, why am I accepting them? Then I think, okay, well, maybe he had to get like a new page or something. And after a while, I was like, now what is going on with your IG, Duran, that you can't keep your own page for no amount of time? You know, I after a while, I had to get off the gerbil wheel, Duran. I didn't know what was going on. Especially if you're not ashamed of who you are. No, I'm not ashamed of who I am. That's why I had girlfriends used to tell me all the time, why do you keep telling people your age? Stop telling guys your age. I talked to a guy on the phone for a long time, for like 6 months. He lived in Louisiana. He finally came up to see me, and we had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. Really, really nice guy. He kept making references to the size of his penis, but I blew that off because everything else was great. Now, you can't just toss somebody out because of the 10%, but you can keep your eye on it, right? And so we got to talking and all of that, and I said something about my age, and then he repeated it, and I was like, yeah, we went on. And so then when he went back to Louisiana, we talked twice on the phone. Since he had been back, we had talked twice, and I met his family, everything. They live here in Atlanta. And one day he said, let me go in the store and I'm gonna call you back. And I said, okay. And he never called me back. And I called him twice. I was like, hey, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. And then like the second time I called and I went straight to voicemail, I was like, okay, he ghosted me. And it hurt my feelings. But at the same time, I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you a dude and you ain't feeling me, I really don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. Because I'm a hell of a friend, and I'm definitely a hell of a girlfriend. So, your loss. And that's not to be cocky, but my girlfriend was like, why would you ever mention your age? You never ever mention your age. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You know how many people would love to be 47? Huh? That's in the ground? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not lying to nobody. This me. This who I am. You start out with a lie, it's going to end in a horrible, horrible lie. I promise you. Yep. He worked for one of the largest employers in the United States. Um. Oh, and Lord of the Flies and come back real humble. That's what I say. That's what I say. Cast them down with the sodomites. That's not right. That's not right. I should have said that. Anyway, that's from oh, that's one of my favorite movies with Morgan Freeman. And I'll cast you down with the sodomites. What's that movie? Oh, it's the one where they in prison. Y'all know y'all had to be my brain. Black parents spoil them out of guilt. That's true. Like I said, we've got more money now than we've ever had, and things are worse now because we're not really teaching our children to be respectful, to be kind, to be thoughtful, to be helpful. You know, I'm my girlfriend does everything in her house. Now she got a son, a teenage son. She do everything in her house. She had to beg him. She had to call him like 20 times from upstairs for him to take the trash out. When she go get her groceries, when she bring her groceries in, she make 20 trips to the car to get her groceries out. He be upstairs playing the game. I'm like, well, when she complained about it, I'm like, well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because he gonna get with a woman that do everything around the house. I promise you. He gonna be a burden on somebody else. Black parents spoil them. These 26 parents or something else. Loves the Lord. Of Flies. Used to read it in high school. Speaking with the being charitable, I feel for Beyonce fans and these ticket prices. I don't feel for them. Beyonce got so much. She got so much. And she does do a phenomenal show. But, come on. Come on, y'all. Come on. The girl won't even let y'all see her babies good. She won't even let y'all see her babies. You know what I mean? She showed y'all a little picture. Other than that, y'all don't see them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do, in this country, period, white, black, whatever, we do so ass backwards. Donald Trump shouldn't have never been president on the fact that he wouldn't release his tax returns alone. Just for that alone, he should not have been president. Just for that alone and what it implies. Okay, same thing with Beyonce. Okay, you're doing a concert tour, but it would be crickets. It would be Mickey freaky crickets if I had to pay $1,000. Okay, and I would be looking at you differently for asking. I really would. I would be looking at you sideways. You guys have billions of dollars. Now I know they do charitable stuff and all of this, that, and the third, but still, listen, I come up off my hard work, not you. You need to check out Living Fearless. She's a ray of sunshine. I think I watched Living Fearless. She stands up for Maddie. I think I watched Living Fearless. She's, I want to say that's very familiar to me. Real Housewives of New Jersey, Quiet Storm. Hey, B-Soul. I love Beautiful Soul Speaks. I do too. I love her a lot. What's the picture you see on my channel? Because I changed it to my real face. The picture I had before was a fake one because I didn't want to show my face. Don't ever be ashamed of what God has given you, honey. There's a guy that's on IG, and he's a little XXX too. I mean, he could be a little bit on the odd side, but he's completely bald. He's like a little hairless boy, but he's a grown man. And he's got no teeth and his jaw is kind of crooked. I don't know what the syndrome is, but it's kind of like he's a young person, but he's got just like a little wisp of his own hair. He wears a lot of wigs, and I think he's in the community, LGBT community, but he do not care about not having them teeth. He do not care about having that little wisp of hair. He's got like this syndrome that makes him look like an old man even though he's young. But he embraces who he is, and for that alone I support him. For that alone I support him, you know. But he ain't shamed, and I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm not ashamed of my size. The only thing I'm ashamed of is being of low character and low moral fiber. That's what the things that make me shame. When I do something I know I shouldn't have did, or say something I shouldn't have said, I feel shame. Okay? And we are living in a time where people don't feel convicted about some of the heinous things that they do. That's why you can walk into a school and shoot up 17 kids. Okay? You're devoid of character, of moral fiber. And I know we say a lot about mental health issues, but that is a mental health issue. When you don't have a conscience, what do they call that? Is it are you a psychopath or sociopath? Which one is it if you don't have a conscience? Yeah, I said it. That's the stuff that made me feel shame. I don't feel shame about nothing else. I promise you I don't. The car I drive is a 2003. And I really don't care. I really don't care because I own it. I don't owe nobody for it. And I'm all right with that. I think the problem is I struggle with this, that we are scared of the response we might get from rejection. That's true. That's true. But to me, being afraid of rejection has everything to do with confidence. Because, first of all, rejection is like breathing. People tell you no 20 times a day. No, you can't come this way. No, you can't come in this door. No, you can't use the elevators. No, you can't clock in early. No, you can't clock out early. No, you can't park in this lot. You know what I'm saying? People tell you no 20 times a day. But you can reject someone else's rejection. You just have to know how to do it. Or you can accept someone's rejection. In other words, if you meet a nice lady, let's say, and you say, hey, you're a beautiful woman, I would love to take you to dinner. And she's like, nah, I don't think so. You say, okay, well, I appreciate you even let me tell you that you're a beautiful woman. You have a good day. And you walk off from me like that, I'd be like, wait a minute. Not so fast. I was just playing. I didn't know what you was saying. I was just, yeah, because you look at a dude differently. You look at a dude differently when he's just like, you know what? I reject your rejection and I raise you a compliment and a good day, ma'am. I'll be like, hold up. Wait a minute. Before you go, I just want to give you my number. Yeah, you know, it has to do with you being confident. You can take that no and make it your yes. Okay. Well, you don't want me to do it this way. I'm going to do it that way. Okay, if you don't want me to do it at all, you offended. Okay, babe, I'm good. I'm Gucci on it. People always want that which is not interested or seems uninterested. I barely see black blue groups come to my job to feed the homeless. Mostly the affluent come through. My son will be up in there. Yeah. It's the best thing you can do for them. It's the best thing for you can do for them is show them how appreciative they should be, how good they have it. Okay, even if you got nothing, you got more than somebody. It's always somebody worse off than you. Always. It might not be on this side of the world, but on the other side of the world, it's a ton of people that will take your dirty, dusty Air Force Ones, okay, and be skipping around like they got ruby slippers. Yeah, I mean, I always said if that dude ever called me back, like let's say he called me out of the blue one day, you know what I'm going to tell him? Hey, how are you? Hold up, 1 second. You know what? Let me call you back. And I'm never calling him back again. But in the back of my mind, I say to myself, he'll call back one day. He'll call back one day and expect me to forget all about it. But that will never, ever happen. Because we got mutual friends. That will never, ever, ever happen. No. You showed me how small you were. You should be proud of your age, Janice. Yes, 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 yes. That's one thing about, especially, I would say males, period. But African American men, a lot of them appreciate a woman who's seasoned and settled into herself. They can really, really appreciate that. You know, and I found a channel with a Caucasian guy. I shared it with the sister circle who loves black women. Like he just I mean, he talks about us with such reverence. I just, you know, when he's talking, I'm just like, you ain't never lied. Now you telling all of the you telling all of the truth. Tell me more about my skin tone. Shawshank, yeah, that's the name of it. One more word and I'll catch you down with the sodomites. That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, I mean, I think we both got home training. We get up in the morning, like maybe Sunday morning, you know, fold the bed up, make breakfast. You hand me the dishes, I wash them. Like, it should be in tandem. It shouldn't be a situation where you sitting around watching me clean, or I'm sitting around watching you clean. Like, I don't work together and we knock it out and let's go do something fun. I don't know. It's something about people that you know, and being thoughtful is not necessarily easy, depending on how you were raised. I have a good friend who was raised by her grandmother in South America, and she's here now. Her mom left her with her grandmother, and then now she's in a position where she just, I mean, she wants affection, but she doesn't know how to give it, and she doesn't know how to receive it. She don't hug. You know, she's never called her grandma. She doesn't call her grandma for her birthday. And I'm like, girl, your grandma raised you. You don't call her for her birthday. You don't wish her a happy birthday. You don't call and check on her. She's like, no, I never thought about it. I was like, what do you mean? But that came from having that disconnect, I think, from her mom. You know, having that sort of disconnect and not having that connection early on. She's an individual now who, although she has a kind heart, she doesn't really show it. She wants to be thoughtful, but she doesn't really know how to go about it. You know what I mean? Like, and she young, but because I know what's coming up later. If everybody's lucky. Shh, I wish I would drive up and go to my room with my egg. Know what to do. That's right. My mama honked. My brother can't stand honking now. When you pull up to the house, you pull up to his house and you honk, he cannot stand that. You best to ring that doorbell, because my mama was always honking for them to come get stuff out the car. Oh, my mama was a taskmaster. Yeah, I mean, I don't have no problem with Beyonce. I like Beyonce. I like her music, but I don't feel any bit of slightness for getting the Lemonade album and not going to the tour. Like, I probably worked out on the Crazy in Love album every day for 2 years. I would burn a treadmill up an elliptical. Let me upgrade you. I love Beyonce, but I love Beyonce for $9.99 on a download. Okay, I'm not giving Beyonce $1,000. Beyonce got $1,000. Beyonce, can I borrow $1,000, please, boo? Just because I wanted to experience the hype myself, I purchased the first VIP package. It's nothing wrong with it if you got it and you want it. It's something wrong with it if you selling your babies, you know, PlayStation to get it. Okay, it's not. It's okay. You know, it's okay. I mean, I think, I forget where we were, what country we were in. But I bought a scarf that was $150. I know that, you know, that's probably not a lot compared to Jordan's, but to be on vacation somewhere and you buy a scarf for $150, but I thought it was beautiful and I wanted it and I bought it. Okay, if I go somewhere to have a good time, I'm gonna enjoy myself, and I'm gonna spend the money to enjoy myself. What I'm not gonna do is be somebody's fool, though. If I ain't got it to spend, there's nothing Beyonce can do to make me sell plasma. I will sell plasma to pay my rent, to help my mama and daddy out, but I'm not selling plasma to get Beyonce tickets. For Soldier Field. Okay, that's what's up. Have you ever been to her concerts before? Like, for some people, it's a once in a lifetime thing. But then you got some people who went to the last concert, which wasn't that long ago, y'all, and they're gonna go to this concert. No, Lady Nika, do not play. Agree. I have to agree with you, Janice. I have to agree with you. I do, because to me, you could do a concert live on TV and it will bring families together. People, I know a ton of people who had concert release parties, DVD parties, when she did her first party on DVD. And you can make good money off of that. Not saying she shouldn't have a concert and all of that. I'm just saying it's a lot to ask people for. That's just my opinion. Still ghosting people, jive turkey. You kill me with that jive turkey. That's what my daddy say. He called people a scoundrel. He means scoundrel, but he say scoundrel. Okay, and he'll say that cat. Or he'll say, look at this jive turkey. So that's why when you said it earlier today, it cracked me up. Did anyone ever know a woman or a man with 6 different cell phones? Yeah, they work for the cell phone company. Hey, Tamara, how are you, baby? Phony! Just coming through to show some love. Oh, I did it myself, Joe. You like it? Huh? First of all, Phone Jones, you love to do lives when I'm driving, when I just got in the tub. I need you to do a live around my schedule so I can spend my time with you. I'm always running through your lives and I can't chit chat with you like I want to. Gotta run my dog, has to go potty. Okay, Janice, I love you too, baby. We'll talk soon. We'll see each other Tuesday. For sure, I'll be doing my regular Tuesday live. Rejection is a part of life. You're right, Duran. Some rejection is good because it wasn't for you. And God has better for you. I believe that's true. Miss Honey, you crazy. It's true. Yeah, I'm a good crazy. But I'm crazy. Being thoughtful is tough because sometimes it looks like you don't have a mind of your own. But you know what? Sometimes being kind hurts. Be kind anyway. Now, don't throw your pearl to the swine. Okay? People don't appreciate you. I would dry it up. I would draw it all up. Because see, ain't no sunshine when he gone. And he's always gone too long. Anytime he goes away. Okay? I'm a tough friend to lose. Because I'm just that thoughtful. I'm a tough girlfriend to lose because I'm just that thoughtful. Most of the dudes I dated and we broke up for whatever reason, that I can still talk to them like no big deal. You know why? I ain't did jack to you. I didn't fire you. You fired yourself. I ain't quit you. You quit us. It's tough. It's tough, but don't ever let anybody take advantage of your kindness. Thoughtful people reciprocate. If you're not reciprocating, and I don't mean I did for you, you got to do for me like Dr. Gregory and Quad. I mean, like, you're not even acknowledging. You act like I'm supposed to be treating you with kindness and thoughtfulness. I'm supposed to go out of my way. Don't nobody have to go out of their way for you. Don't nobody have to go above and beyond. And my parents taught me to be thoughtful. My dad is one of the most thoughtful people ever. Every day he came home for work, and my daddy worked for Lockheed for over 30-something years. Every day he came home from work, he had something for the kids. It wasn't like he had to go by the store. It wasn't like that at all. It was something. They had snacks in the break room, or he went by the vending machine and got us all something. Every day, my dad brought us something home. Super, super thoughtful individual. It's a go. Check the box after the live, and you had a visitor in here. Okay, did I? I don't know who that was. Hola, Duran. ¿Cómo está? ¿Y tú? Bien, bien. That's y'all business. I'm all in it. Yes, I don't understand how people forget about their parents and their grandparents. My mom has dementia. My dad has dementia, Cassandra. And I will be with her as much as I can. I love my grandparents also. Listen, it's a blessing in it. It's a blessing in it. People who cast they elderly people aside, you cursing your own life. It's a blessing in taking care of the elderly and helping them transition on. It's a blessing in it. Okay? It ain't easy. Ain't nobody said nothing about easy. But it's a blessing in it. Hey, Miss Honey. And all, finally caught you live, redefining her story, one blog post at a time. Hey, darling, I have seen your blog post. I think Beautiful Soul turned me on to you. I think so. Both of them were sick. I felt personally hands-off approach with dealing with my parents dying. It's not easy for a lot of men. It isn't. It isn't. But this is what I tell my brother. My youngest brother is ex-military, and he's a very linear thinker. Like, he's black and white. And I think he had a hard time dealing with the fact that my dad was forgetting stuff. Number one, my dad's an archivist. He is the family archivist. Like, he's great long-term memory, but like short-term things he doesn't remember. And my brother was kind of, you know, handling him like, come on, man, get it together. And I told him, I says, you know what, stop worrying about all of that. You know, when you go and fix him something to eat, yes, it's important that he knows how to fix his own food and stuff like that, and he does. But there's value in you making a sandwich and having a conversation with him, because it opens up a side of him, a door that you can walk through that engages you, that you can take through the next week. Okay? Don't let this wisdom leave this earth, and you were so busy trying to keep him here that you missed it. It's okay. It's okay. Just be present in the situation. Just be present in the conversation. Be present in the pain. If a person is complaining, yeah, that's tough. That's hard. I can imagine. Okay? And you'll find it might just be the smallest little nugget, but I promise you that little nugget will feed you for years. Be present in the moment. You ain't got to fix it. That's what a lot of men have trouble with, trying to fix. You ain't got to fix mama. You ain't got to fix daddy. But just be present. I always felt two ways, that it was cruel, but also was due to the fact that they didn't know how to deal with death. Who does? Ain't nobody came back and told us what it was like. Okay, y'all, I died last Wednesday. I got all the paperwork and everything, and I was able to get out and come back and tell y'all about it. No one has ever come back and told us. I don't care what the mediums say. Thank you. I did it myself. Yeah, I taught myself to braid yesterday. It's not perfect, but I like it. So you've never been to her concert. This will be an experience. This will be a treat for you. I hope you got good seats. If you're going to do it, do it. I'm still expected to empty the car when I go home. It's cool because the results of me eating my mom's cooking. Yes, and I get a couple of groceries out of there too. I'm getting 2 apples, 2 oranges. Oh, yes, baby. I will shop. I will shop in my parents' grocery bags. I don't have no problem with it. Oh, Destiny's Child. Yeah, I listen. I had a good job, but I still did plasma because it was an extra $365 a month. Plus, some people will be in there all day giving plasma because they don't drink a lot of water. Every time y'all see me on the video, I'm drinking. And a lot of people have a lot of shame about giving plasma, but they need it. And you got it. And it's extra money. And you could be in and out of there in 15 minutes. I don't do it anymore because I just don't have the time for it. But yes, good money. Thank you. I did it myself. Yes, Miss Honey, don't cash your pearls. The words I live by. Yeah. If you meet somebody that and they everything you putting into them, they letting it fall hard to the ground, I wouldn't put no more into them. And I don't feel that love was out there for me. It will come when it's supposed to. I think that's right. I think we do tend to rush things a lot of times instead of just letting it happen. And I think sometimes it be right there. And because we so busy looking for something else, we don't see what's right there. And I think a lot of times we have an idea of what it is we want and not what we need. What you want might make you cry, and what you need might pass you by if you don't catch it. That's Lauryn Hill and Mary J. Blige, I think. Okay, honey, I'm finna get off here too because I've been on here hour 17 minutes and I know my hotspot is about to blow up. Okay, Duran. So you full on bilingual, huh? Okay, I'm gonna check my IG. I am beautiful soul recommended you and I love you too. Oh. I love beautiful soul too. Thank you so much, redefining her story. I appreciate that. I needed that word. I needed to tell it. I needed to hear what you all had to say. I really did, especially the things about your parents and dementia and Maddie and thoughtfulness. Y'all don't know. Y'all really, really energize me. Y'all do. Y'all make me feel better about the choices I'm making in life. Well, for somebody who don't speak Spanish, your Spanish sounds really, really good, Duran. To fix my life. Family on this morning, the loss of his dad. So sad. Yeah, I talked about that, Tamara. I told you that story he told me about his dad kind of reminded me of the story of the guy in Texas, the one that the Klans members tied him on to the back of the truck and drug him for miles and tore his body all to bits. It's some hateful people out here in this world. Okay, baby. See you later. I'm about to get off here, too. I love you. Lady Nika. I forgot most of the Spanish. Thanks for the shout out. Have a blessed day, Queens. You too, redefining her story. Thank you so much for coming by and see me. I'll be back on Tuesday on live. Are you watching the Queen's Court? There's going to be a battle for the spot. Aren't you excited? Have you seen all the marketing promos? I'm so excited for Maddie. Like, I want her to win. And I see no reason why it shouldn't happen. Like, I'm excited. I really, really am. Because she has not spent a lot of time going back and forth. She has not. She has been putting all her energy into making things sparkle and shine fantastic. And I'm excited about it. Okay, honey. I love you too, Dana. I gotta go too. See you later. Tamara, have a blessed day, everyone. Time to put on dinner. See you later, beautiful soul. I'll talk to you later, sugar. Hermie. Sophia out. Hermie, you know what? I just might love you forever. See you later, baby. Okay, hope to catch up to you. I teach all day Tuesday and Thursday. What time? I usually come on about 7:15. Just pop in and wave at me, girl, or catch my replay. Okay, honeybees, I love you guys. Yes, I go live on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I go live at 7. So check me out. Okay, honey, have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody. And thank you so much for spending time with me. Until next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah.